how can a Scrum Master coordinate multiple teams, keyword here, multiple teams, and dependencies? So is there a structure, is there a framework that we can abide by that will help us do this? Now, from the details of this individual, there are about 8 agile teams here. So we've got about 8 agile teams that we need to coordinate. That's the first requirement here. And the second requirement here is there's going to be a lot of dependencies, okay? So dependencies. Now with dependencies, there will be risks and there'll be other issues that's going to come from this as well. So we need to ensure that we are managing this. So is there an approach that we can take? The answer is an absolute yes. There's absolutely an approach that we can take here. And the approach that we want to take here is something from the Scaled Agile Framework, and it's called PI planning. That's the first bit, PI planning. And then the second bit is called the program board, or the art planning board, as they like to call it as well sometimes. So when it comes to PI planning, it's a 2-day workshop, okay? PI planning, it's a 2-day workshop. And in this 2-day workshop, you bring in all the stakeholders, you bring in all the teams, and they work together and they plan out the work for the next for the next cycle. That cycle is called a PI. So it could be roughly about 3 months, right? 8 to 12 weeks. And in this PI, the teams are effectively trying to execute the work. Okay, so this is about 8 to 12 weeks. That's the duration, and in there the teams are executing and trying to deliver work. And typically speaking, the PI planning happens right on day 1, and then there's something at the end that's called an inspect and adapt workshop, which is the final review, verification and validation, which is happening in there, okay? And every week there's something going to be happening which is called SOS, a scrum of scrums, or a team sync or an art sync that'll be happening to make sure, you know, the teams are working. So the PI planning is happening on day number 1, and we need to be able to dig deeper now. So I've explained the overall execution and the planning bit, but let's just get into a little bit more detail here, what this PI planning will allow us to do, because our critical concern here is that we've got these 8 agile teams and we've got a lot of dependencies, okay? Inside the PI planning 2-day workshop, we bring the teams together and they're going to start planning things out. So the first thing they start to do is they're breaking down the features and they start to plan out those features. If you want to learn more about this, come and attend this, the Safe Scrum Master training course. Fantastic for learning this. And during the team breakout sessions, they will start to go and talk to other teams. The Scrum Masters will talk to other teams and they'll try to manage the dependencies. That's the thing that they're trying to do. But this is more difficult. This is more challenging than expected, because multiple teams will have multiple dependencies. How can we capture all this? Is there a structure, or is there a template that we can use? And the answer is absolutely yes. So let's just draw this. So we've got a grid here. And let's say we've got 8 teams, as we've said here. We've got the first team, second team, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in there, we've got a bunch of lines. So we just want to create this out. So if you're following along at home, you can create this and follow along at home. That'll be a good practice for yourselves. I'm getting a good workout here. And the last one. Okay, so swim lanes in there. And let's not forget, we also have a duration, which is about 8 to 12 weeks, right? And let's just assume in this instance it's 5 sprints, okay? So sprint number 1, sprint number 1, sprint 3. Now, one thing to take notice is that within the Scaled Agile Framework, sprint 5 is reserved. And it's something very special what's happening in that sprint 5. It's called innovation and planning. If you want to learn more about that, attend the Scaled Agile Safe Scrum Master training courses. My contact details are on the screen if you're interested to obviously level yourself up in this. As the PI planning is progressing, this board is being created. And the teams will be scheduling in, forecasting, when will they get some of their features delivered. So the first team might say we're going to get a feature delivered in sprint number 2. And the second team might say we'll get it delivered here. The third team might say they'll get it delivered here. This team might deliver something here. And then you can easily map out things, okay? So suddenly we know exactly what the teams will be working on and when they are forecasted to deliver things. Very cool. But our biggest problem is we do not know what the dependencies are. And in this, we can actually correlate what the dependencies are. In order for this team to deliver, this team has to deliver first. You see that? In order for that team to deliver, this team has to deliver first. There's a dependency. And in order for this team to deliver, this team has to deliver as well. Straight away, you can see a dependency. The reason why this is so powerful is that when you're normally creating a Gantt chart, you normally just see a bunch of timelines and they're drawn in as one output into another input. But you don't really know how technical this dependency is. This is very good. This is showing you exactly where the dependencies are. And it actually shows you how many are feeding into it. And this one, same. There might be 2 dependencies feeding that one. So suddenly you've got 8 teams that you can manage through this program board. You can call it an art planning board. And you can schedule in when those features are going to get delivered. And you can also map out the dependencies. This is massively powerful. So imagine this. You are one Scrum Master. And you've suddenly been given a task within your current company and the managers are expecting you that you are to deliver something, to deliver, and give them something. Wow, you are an amazing Scrum Master. And they suddenly give you 10 agile teams and they give you 10 features. You're going to be sitting there and thinking, wait, can I use the traditional Scrum framework? Yes, you can use it, but it won't be able to align everyone. It will not be able to coordinate all these teams. This will be impossible. You can't do that. This is where the power of these boards come in. And if you want to learn more on how we get to this stage, you have to take the Scrum Master training course from Scaled Agile. Wonderful 2-day training course that will teach you exactly how to achieve this. But for those of you who are looking to step up in your career, you need to learn this stuff. You need to absolutely master this, because to get a step up in your career, you need to know exactly how to deal with these situations. To deliver 10 features in a standard Scrum framework will not work. You need the Scrum framework boxed in by the SAFe framework. Then you can absolutely do this. And you can also do this as well. You can kill 2 birds with the same stone. And don't forget, sometimes you're going to have a lot of stakeholders. There might be over 100 stakeholders in this. And your ability to manage their requirements, manage their requests is going to be critical. So you got to make sure that this has been handled very, very, very well. That's the thing. And the takeaway from today's lesson is very simple. The Scrum Master is the core essential ingredient. Now this Scrum Master could be a team leader, could be a senior manager, could be a deputy manager, it could be a manager. They are responsible for shepherding these teams, these 10 agile teams, to make sure they can deliver something. It might even be a project manager, it might be a program manager. You still need a framework to do it. And especially in an era where we're living in, where so much digital transformation is taking place, so many big projects are happening across the world, you need to have a very simple methodology and a simple technique to get the best out of it. And this is one of the best ones. Okay, so if you liked the video, give it a like, share it with someone that's looking to learn more about this stuff. Leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to contact me on my social media. If you want to contact me via WhatsApp, you can do that. And I would love to see some of you attend my Scaled Agile training courses very soon in the future. Thanks for watching.